first and foremost, they're gonna love the format. I wrote it specifically with the format of people who don't like to read in mind. A kid is like, I don't like to read. Well, I got something for you. The story is written in a series of Facebook instant messages, texting, emails, everything that we use in our phones, everything that most kids ignore you with when you're teaching in your classes. So once they open it up, they see, okay, well, this is basically the way I live and breathe and move today. So then from there, you have issues where you can see how there's a gap between the adults doing what they must in order to keep what they have, as opposed to really understanding what a child is going through and sticking their neck out there to really make a difference with them. A lot of kids recognize that adults in positions where they're supposed to help aren't really helping. It's just a job description for a paycheck, and they pick up on that. And so a lot of times, kids are like, you know what? I'll figure this out myself. I lived in Virginia for 5 years, teaching at Virginia State University. When I was there, I was a mentor to a young boy around David's age. And the things that he went through really changed my perspective on what was important in life. I would come to him upset about a faculty meeting or driving through bad traffic to get to him. Take him to Burger King and he would cut his sandwich in half because he wanted to save half of it for his younger brother. I would talk with him and notice that he was massaging the back of his neck, and I would ask him what's wrong. I had to sleep in the bathtub last night because they were shooting outside. Or I would take him different places and notice there were holes in especially his shirt. Come to find out, his mother would leave his clothes on the clothing line, and because of the shootouts that would take place around the neighborhood, he would go to school with bullet holes in his shirts. That stayed with me as far as what's really important in life. So when I moved to Miami, I felt the need to write it in a story to share it with other people. I relate to the main character because it's very easy for me to get comfortable in my routine. From my driveway to campus, to my classes and back, I can block out the world in a sense. And because of that, people and things that I see on the news can just become images. Too much of the time, people get a modicum of success, they feel they've made it, and they shut themselves off from their community, their family, and everyone else. This story, this struggle, keeps me grounded, really. North of the Grove is in regards to Coconut Grove, which is a very proud Miami little town. The reason why I gave the title, or I used the title North of the Grove, is because Howard lives actually south of Coconut Grove, but the single mother states that you act like you're north of the grove, meaning you think you're above this situation. You have a nice career, pretty educated wife. You act like, you know, you're doing us a favor being here, even though this is where he's from, even though this is where his family is from. Coconut Grove in this story represents a lot of aspects of the black family that we're leaving to the wayside. The importance of remaining united, stable homes where the father and the mother are there. I would like for readers to receive the understanding that these socioeconomic divides are really getting old as far as excuses. Somebody can come from the same neighborhood, they get a degree, they make it, they're living in another area, they never go back home. It's that place, that place. When that continues to happen, that place can't do anything but deteriorate. And this is happening all over the country. In Harlem, places in Atlanta, Coconut Grove.